Okay, so my friend is coming to visit on Sunday. Shout out Ashley. It is now Friday morning and we are not ready at all. My plan today is to completely renovate the guest room. So what we're gonna do is scrape the popcorn ceilings, pull the carpet, refloor, repaint, and then potentially put new light fixtures in. Can it be done? Yes. Yes, it can. I'm gonna start with scraping the popcorn ceiling. It's more of a tedious task than anything else. Aura loves it. You just use this like big tub and put water in it, and then you just spray the ceiling. It wets. I'll just show you. It's this. Okay, so this is said guest room right now. Right, my Clay? Right now it's Chloe's place, right? You love it very, very much. So we're gonna have to clear everything out, obviously, before we scrape these ceilings. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, that means you need to leave, my Chloe. I'm sorry. Chloe's very upset with me for kicking her out of the room. So I'm gonna create a beautiful bed for her. She's gonna be very happy. Chloe, come here, baby. Come here. Look at this. Wow. Honey, this is so good and so nice. It's so comfy right here. Wow. It's like you never left your bed. Oh, yes, you do. Yes. I love you. Voice is averted. I'm back in the shed to get some more supplies, specifically a ladder, because I can't reach these ceilings from the ground. Scraping the ceiling is gonna be the very first thing that I do. And I actually think that I'm gonna be kind of alone on this project because John's not feeling very well. It's gonna be kind of a fun little challenge. See if I can renovate a little room in a day and a half. I think I can do it. I'm like so incredibly optimistic. Ashley, I'm gonna be ready for you. You're not ready. Also, I know that the camera quality is much different right now because Justin is not here either. One thing that I think is going to be massively different, specifically when Justin is and is not filming, is how tall I seem. On my home tour video, I don't think I've ever felt as short as I felt watching that video. And it's partially because I am not super tall, and also partially the fact that Justin's like 6'5", so he's like, you know, we are here for a ladder. And a ladder we will get. Better has been gotten. Let's go. I forgot a scraper like an idiot. This is off to a rocky start. I found it and it is covered in drywall. Okay, so the way that I'm gonna do this is just start in a corner and just kind of work my way out. Do is spray a small section, wait like 10-15 seconds, and then just scrape it right off. Aura really loves doing this with me because there's a setting on this little hose. It's like a jet. It's so cute. The one thing that I did not move was this TV. I am not sure if I can do it, but I think now I have no choice because I need to scrape the ceiling over it. I'm just gonna kind of hope for the best here. Sometimes that's the best way to do it. What an adrenaline rush. I'm almost done scraping. I started like on the perimeter and just kind of worked my way in and reaching the middle of the ceiling, which is where the ceiling fan is. I'm going to remove that, scrape the middle, and then we're gonna pull up the carpet and just clear it out of here. After that, I'm thinking probably painting. Feels like the right move. We'll paint and then we'll floor. This fell off my ladder and I broke it. It's broken. It doesn't pump anymore and water doesn't come out. But don't worry. We're done, almost. Watch me do the last few scrapes. That's it. Next up is gonna be to remove this terrible carpet. It strips this way. It's already starting to go up this way, so we'll figure it out. Okay, so now the carpet is gone. I'm going to pull up the tack and all of the staples. I was originally planning on taking out the trim as well, but it's in pretty good condition, and if I paint it white, I feel like it'll be totally fine. And we're planning on putting quarter round around the whole room anyway, so I feel like I'm probably gonna just butt the new floor up to the trim, which I realize is not like ideal, but at the same time, I think it's gonna look good. So that's the side note. Look at how smudged up the TV is from my face. That's from my face rubbing on it. That's disgusting. I am going to patch a few of the holes on the walls and then just get started painting the ceiling. Honestly, okay, I've been working on this for maybe what, like 4 hours? 4 hours? 4 hours now. So I feel like we're making okay time. Are we? I don't know. I literally have like 3 holes to patch. All right, so this is what we are currently working with. Carefully. See those nice flat ceilings? Truthfully, it feels like it's added 2 feet. I feel like it doesn't show up on the camera very well, but the ceiling seems so much higher without the popcorn. So, well worth it. First coat is up on the ceiling. While I wait for that to dry, I'm going to sand the holes that I patched. Probably get a snack, maybe some caffeine. I'm struggling. Just a little bit though, just a little bit. Not enough to worry, not enough to worry. Things are still on track. I changed the plans, so can't do a second coat on the ceiling yet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just start cutting out the wall color. On camera, it looks like it's the same color. It is not, I promise. Just take my word for it. I'm officially done with all of the walls except for the, what is the word? What is it called? What is the word I'm thinking of? Hey, John. The accent wall. I still have to paint the accent wall, and that is it. I am losing my mojo. Okay, I am calling it for the night because I am absolutely exhausted. I kind of just have to wait for paint to dry now. I think we're doing good. Feeling optimistic still and very tired. So, signing off for the night. Good morning, we are back and better than ever. It is 9:12 or something. I slept in a little bit, so I was super tired. But I'm ready to get back to it. We've got one more coat of paint on the trim, and then I gotta clean up my workspace. I made a bit of a mess. And then I'm gonna put the underlayment down for the floor the entire room, put it back together. So I did this thing over here, as you can see. So I did the flooring in the whole hallway. I wanted to not have to put like a threshold right here. And so I staggered this, and that piece is gonna be incredibly hard to put in, and that piece, very hard to put in. So I'm not exactly looking forward to that, but other than that, this should be a pretty seamless process. It is time for the underlayment. I'm getting started on the flooring. Something that I've learned while doing this, it's a pretty simple process. Like, it's literally, you just kind of snap it into place, bang, bang, use a mallet, you're done. But when you do need to make cuts, what they recommend you do is use a razor blade and score it and then snap it, and it is not as easy as they make it look on the videos. So maybe I'm just terrible at it or something, but that is not how I do this. So I use a chop saw or a skill saw when I am making cuts. So for the most part, I'll be using the chop saw. Not gonna lie, you guys, my mojo is running pretty fucking low, but I'm like more than halfway done with the floors, which is great. I really want to be done. Something that I consistently relearn about myself is the fact that sometimes I think things just because they sound nice. I, at the beginning of the day, said it'll probably take me 2 hours to floor. Why did I say that? I genuinely thought that, and now looking back, I'm like, what the fuck was I saying? There's no way. It is 4:30, and I am about to cut the third to last piece, which is great. But again, 2 hours? I thought I was gonna be done by 11 in the morning. I don't know what I was thinking. I amaze myself sometimes. Still gonna be done, so that's what matters. That is it. It is done. There are a few more things that we're gonna have to finish up, like putting quarter round in when we do trim around the rest of the house. I am tired. So that was 2 days. I would say a pretty full 2 days, but we got her done. So thank you for sticking around. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. That's all I've got for you.